Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday. It is We Grow Wednesday every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Had a little bit of a hiccup today. I'm running with the Rumble, what the heck? The Rumble direct to RTMP server, and for some reason, okay, that is so strange. Let me refresh. There we go. Anyway, working out the new method of going live. It's something I'm not used to doing. So if you would like to help me out, hit that like button, share it out with some friends. I'm actually going to play a little intro for everybody until I can get some likes and tags out there. We Grow Wednesday. We're all about trying to look at what's growing on in the world with our food, our health, our wellness, and we kind of hit all the topics. And we're going to check out a few good stories about the USDA targeting small family farms. We're going to check that out, and so we'll be right back, guys. Let's grow.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell, under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's bought. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for our communal time. With Waylon, we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time. We'll live and we'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Join Waylon for our journey so fine. Learning, laughing, and sometimes sad, but always together from the good to the bad. He speaks of the benefits, the pros and the cons of the plant that has helped him feel less withdrawn. With guests from all walks, stories to share, Waylon makes sure that no one feels like they're there alone. So come every Wednesday, find your place in his light, where Waylon, the indoor farmer, invites you to grow not just plants, but your soul, your mind, in a world where together we're truly aligned. Tune in, grow with us, let's expand our view on We Grow Wednesday with Waylon. It's true.
Waylon, the indoor farmer, has a tale to tell. Under the glow of LED lights where his stories dwell. He's not just growing greens, he's sowing seeds of thought. In a studio with a microphone where wisdom's taught. We Grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life, in love, and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, his shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs, and yes, the wear and tear. On We Grow Wednesday, we're all one big team. Growing together is the ultimate dream. We grow Wednesday from 8 to 9. Tune in, folks, for a communal time with Waylon. We'll learn to grow in life and love and in what we sow. He's a man of the soil and a man of the word, a veteran with a vision, his voice undeterred. From cannabis tales to the latest farm tech, it shows where the nerds and the farmers intersect. He lights up the airwaves with truth and care, sharing joys, the highs and yes, the wear and tear.
When indoor farm.
I think I turned my mic. Okay. I caught it quickly that time. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday. This is May 21st, 2025. And I had a little later show yesterday. If you didn't check that out, the Keefe Canifest review, lots and lots of pictures and video and some music and all kinds of good stuff. But we also, I had an appointment at a chiropractor yesterday from the VA. So it's topical for today's today's, I would say, episode, but I don't go by episodes on Wednesdays. It's just the date. It's today. What's happening now? What's happening this week? I do have a story we're going to go over with the USDA going after small family farms. Oh man, we're going to check that out. But back to this chiropractor appointment I had yesterday. Has anyone else been to a chiropractor? I had one on the show one time to interview, and so people kind of go different ways on chiropractic, and I actually haven't been to one in months, and so I finally got to one from the VA. So I had all the poppings and stuff and did all the things, and so it's kind of a nice, it's a nice day for my neck. My neck feels a little better until the vertebrae wants to pop back out of socket. But hey, it is what it is. I do appreciate everybody coming in and watching the show. If you do check out the replay, hit the like button, tell us what you think about it. And of course, we will do a number wheel today a little later for my subscribers, and then we will do a door prize for anyone over on the Rumble. If we can get up to, I don't know, 25 or 30 people on in total, I'll do a door prize for the Facebook side as well. Hey Rose, hello. Come on in, bring it in. I'm actually going to see if I can, well, would like to get the comments up on screen for you guys, but that's not a big deal. Honestly, I have a bunch of stuff we're going to look at. I think this is my full screen. Here we go. We're going to get into it. I appreciate everyone, wanting to learn about what's happening in the world, health, wellness, our food supply. That there should be more news shows that are only about those things. I don't know. That's my opinion. That's what we do here on Wednesdays. So let me pull this up here from farmweeknow.com. New USDA policy targets small family farms. Doesn't sound good right off the bat, right? Doesn't sound good. We're going to get into it. I'm going to give us some background tunes. Let's do like a maybe 20% volume. That's too high. 22, that's fine. Okay, well, you guys let me know if the music's a little bit too loud. I think we should be good though. I can turn that down even. Well, that's okay. I think I'm good. I'm louder than the music. That's all we need. Hey, Kayla, good morning. All right, guys, so let's get into it. It is a story that I'm interested in. I read a little bit of it. Here, let me turn that down a hair or two. That might work. Okay, as you know, the Farm Week Now is one of the websites I use weekly to check out what's happening. It is a local or sort of centered around Illinois, and so you could probably find yourself a website for your state. But this website does kind of cover a lot of national and international things that have to do with farming, because Illinois is a massive farm state. Hey, Mama Rochi, good morning. Okay. USDA released a new policy agenda outlining a toolkit of actions aimed at ensuring the profitability and prosperity of small family farms. This is not what you think when you read the headline, right? That's not what you thought when I put it in the title. I thought, oh, this is going to get somebody's attention, right? USDA going after small family farms. That's what they say in the um, in the headline. This is by Tammy Slope. Tammy tried to pull a fast one, and I kind of piggybacked on it. No lie. Uh, dubbing it, dubbing it the Make Agriculture Great Again initiative. Okay, let's hear what they got to say. Ag Secretary Brooke Rollins introduced the first set of proposals, including the streamlining of application processes, reliable access to credit, access to farmland, transitioning farms to the next generation, access to markets and infrastructure, access to reliable agricultural labor, and access to appropriate risk management and business planning tools. In 2023, based on the USDA Economic Research Service report titled America's Farms and Ranchers at a Glance, about 86% of all farms were small family farms. See, that is a staggering number. I would not have thought that. But I mean, they're saying of all farms, they're not saying 86% of food production comes from small family farms. That would probably be the opposite in my guess. But they're saying 86% of all farms were family farms. Okay. These farms, which have a gross cash farm income below 350,000 dollars, operated on 41% of U.S. agricultural land, while producing just 17% of the total value of agricultural products production. Okay, to ensure small family farmers can start and stay in business for generations to come, USDA is placing specific emphasis on understanding the barriers to starting and keeping small family farms viable, especially for the next generation, according to the policy. As USDA implements its action plan, ongoing assessment of gaps in service and support will occur. USDA will continue to measure and spotlight these specific metrics on an annual basis. Some of the actions outlined in the agenda include to address rising land costs. USDA is reforming the Farm Service Agency (FSA) and Rural Development (RD) loan programs to streamline delivery and increase program efficiency, ensuring small farmers can have reliable access to credit and farmland. USDA will also uh, disincentivize the use of federal funding at USDA for solar panels to be installed on productive farmland through prioritization points and regulatory action. See, I like that too. I think a lot of farmers and a lot of people in rural areas are not happy about all the windmills going up and all the solar panels going up. Like, I mean, there's so much rooftop space in cities. I feel like we could be covering cities with solar panels, you know? But then cities would end up getting hot because that's what happens when you use too many solar panels or windmills. Morning, everybody. I see you on the Rumble. Appreciate you coming in, Mama Rochi and Brenda. I can see comments on Facebook, but it's harder because it's my little phone. James, hello. Good morning, my guy. Come on over to Rumble. Come on over. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? USDA calls on Congress to ensure that the vast majority of farms and ranches are protected from the increase in the death tax. I don't know if I know about that. Congress should also expand Section 179, which allows eligible small businesses to deduct the full purchase price of qualifying farm and business equipment up front. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It should be expanded to further benefit U.S. farmers and ranchers, including family farms, and further, Congress should restore 100% bonus deprecation expensing. USDA will also be engaging with agricultural tax and legal professionals across the country to identify ways the department can assist in developing tools tools that help to facilitate the orderly transition of agricultural operations from one generation to the next. See, this is all, in my opinion, a result of the slap in the face that we have received in the last few years since COVID. No, showing that our supply relies too much on places that are too far away, regardless of country to country. It's just about how far away you're getting supplies from, even within our country. If my business relies on material and product from, like, say, Hawaii or Alaska, those things take a long time to get to you. They also, there's a lot of cost within all of the different shipping and handling of everything. So there's always going to be a problem with distance to ship, and regardless of countries, regardless of tariffs. And so now I think we're going to see a lot more smaller local farms and farmers markets popping up. It's a good thing. I don't see it as a bad thing in the least. And the fact that some people are afraid of tariffs is the problem. That is the problem, that we have to rely on other countries so much. That's not. It's not. It doesn't go away once there are no tariffs and you're back to getting cheap plastic goods from China. That doesn't. That problem still exists. So buy local. Go to your local farmers markets. We have one opening up this Saturday. Our first annual this year, or not first annual, but first one this year in Peoria Farmers Market. Go check it out if you're local. So where are we at here? USDA will leverage the department's agricultural labor affairs coordinator and actively working with other federal agencies such as the Department of Labor and the Department of Homeland Security to address the critical issue of labor access for agricultural products. USDA is aggressively exploring coordinated solutions with agencies and Congress to ensure a stable, reliable, and legal workforce for agriculture. Legal, yeah, and not being paid like just like low wages, $2 an hour or whatever. So everybody who's like, well, good luck picking your vegetables. Well, what have I been saying for years? Pick your own, grow your own, work with your local friends and family that have their own gardens. USDA is currently reviewing farm size definitions to ensure they adequately reflect modern day realities, while also helping to ensure that the extensive resources that USDA makes available are appropriately tailored to the needs and size of farms. USDA is evaluating new shared services platforms for the FSA and RD programs to streamline delivery and increase program efficiencies. I kind of read that already. Policy rollout builds on the Farmers First Roundtable event recently held at the USDA headquarters in Washington, D.C. I need to go something like that, where the secretary met with and heard from more than 20 farmers and ranchers from 11 states who run smaller scale family owned operations, and as well as Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen and the board of directors of the National Association of State Departments of Agriculture. The National Association of State Departments of Agriculture. Did anyone know this thing existed? Just the amount of government departments is just insane. Hey, Whispering Wild Rants, what's up? I can barely see you over here on my little phone on the Facebook. If you want to come over and meet us over on Rumble. Oh, James is coming over. Hell yeah, James. I can see the comments a little bit better on my screen. That's why local farms should be incentivized when they sell locally. Buyers should also be incentivized for buying locally. I agree. The incentive should be that you're going to get a cleaner product that hasn't been sitting and shipping on shipping docks and all kinds of other things, isn't frozen. Like no local sales tax when you buy local. That's a good idea. That's a good incentive. But it looks like the USDA is out here trying to incentivize small farms, which small farms are, generally not going to ship that far away. Now, obviously, you have like a product that's non-perishable, then you're going to ship it. Um, America's family farms help feed, fuel, and clothe the world. They also face some of the greatest challenges in getting their farms started and keeping them running. I agree. Putting farmers first means addressing the issues farmers face head on and fostering an economic environment that doesn't put up roadblocks on business creation but removes them. That's what I'm talking about. That's Secretary Rollins said. Okay. I like it. I like it. So far, so good. Hey, James, I see you on the Rumble now. Cheers. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's raining like cats and dogs here. Can't even let the little dog go outside. I mean, I let him out, but not very long. All right, so next, let's go. You know what I could do? I could sort of tease the door prize a little bit mid-show here while getting some names on it from Rumble. Who was my first name? Rose. Okay, Rose, Kayla, Mama Rochi. I'll just let's see. And then James. Oh, Brenda, that's right. Say James R. Okay, cool. And again, if we can get, I think 9 more people in here, I will add all the Facebook friends on the list. And you can get an additional chance to win if you go over to X. And we're going to be looking at some posts on X here in a minute. But if you comment on X, on the underneath the post, comment on the post and not in the live stream, because the live stream is a little messed up. Comment on the post. Okay. For a spot on the wheel. Let's go. Okay, so that is the wheel. We'll pull it back up later. But I have several things here. This is an interesting. It doesn't exactly doesn't exactly line up with health and wellness, but I saw this today. I was like, wow, we need to bring this up. Human remains found near Taylor Swift's beachside Rhode Island mansion amid serial killer fears. That is intriguing, to say the least. Let's hear what Shane Cashman has to say. I was on his show not too long ago as just a call-in guest. I don't want to say just, but I said just.
Tom Segura says he's a serial killer. What do you think?
Tom Segura says,
who is? Garth Brooks. I look it up, people, after the show. Go down that rabbit hole with Tom Segura.
We'll pull that up in the uncensored portion.
Please do it, because it's true.
I'm not going to.
Why does he think that?
He just has a weird history of bodies.
Really?
Yeah.
Like kind of like a Clinton body count thing, but
I think maybe worse.
Brooks body count.
And Taylor Swift could be the next one. We'll see.
Wow.
The next victim?
Snap.
No. The next Garth Brooks.
Why is that?
Because she's a clone of the daughter of the founder of the Church of Satan.
She was cloned.
Yes.
That's
Have you not seen this theory?
No.
This is Anton
theory,
LaVey's daughter. Look her up.
What?
Yeah.
You know.
You heard it here on IRL. Very important news that Taylor Swift is related to Anton LaVey.
Oh boy.
I believe it.
You don't say.
Yeah.
I remember when Shane tried convincing me that clouds are manufactured in factories.
And then you went to Alaska.
I remember the moon.
I did.
And you saw a cloud factory.
The moon is not real.
There are vintage clouds, though. God made a vintage cloud. They're still out there.
What are those?
Vintage cloud.
Just
Jim
old
Clouds.
school Genesis clouds when he was making Earth. Just like boom, clouds. But those have been old school.
Shane. All right, I can't go any further. But yeah, he barely mentioned Taylor Swift there. All right, moving on. Next story I saw was my friend Johnny Paradise. He popped on the show last week, I believe. He was on People in the Boxes last week, maybe. Yeah, so he says the WHO pandemic treaty resolution passes unanimously. So there's a pandemic treaty from the WHO. 124 in favor, 11 abstain, and 0 opposed. So I don't know a lot about this story. Assassinated Japanese prime minister didn't follow WEF orders, didn't mandate vaccines, sent 1.6 million doses back, and gave citizens ivermectin. So he was assassinated after doing that. That's not necessarily proven to be the exact reason, but doesn't sound good at all. Were these African leaders murdered for opposing COVID-19 vaccines? Interesting. I haven't heard about this either. They were in their 50s and 60s. Doesn't seem very old. Okay, so there's not more. Is there more information? Maybe somebody put it in here. Nope. But I'm gonna click on Johnny's profile because he's always got something going on here. Zen Honeycutt on glyphosate in vaccines. MMR vaccine tested 25 times higher in glyphosate than others. Why? Because vaccine stabilizers like gelatin come from animal-fed glyphosate contaminated feed. It's in their tissues, and now it's in our shots. Oh my. Okay. Well, let's hear what she has to say.
Glyphosate is the declared active chemical ingredient in Roundup. It was originally found to be a pipe cleaner. It's an endocrine disruptor. It's a chelator. That's how it cleans out pipes. It makes the vital nutrients unavailable to any living thing it touches. So it's a chelator, it's an endocrine disruptor, it's a carcinogen, it causes liver and kidney damage and disease. It's causes neurological damage and nervous system damage. It is highly harmful to human health. Dr. Don Huber, who's a 60-year plant pathologist, says it's going to make DDT look like mouthwash, and it essentially gives a plant AIDS. When it kills it, the way it acts as a weed killer, it essentially gives it an autoimmune disease, and then the normally harmless bacteria in the soil kills it. So that's how, and just think about the normally harmless bacteria, viruses, mold, parasites like Lyme disease. That's what's killing Americans today. Glyphosate as a chelator reduces the nutrient uptake into the root of the plant by 20 to 85%, and then into the shoot of the plant, which is what we eat, by 80 to 95%. And the minerals are magnesium, zinc, and iron, which are essential for the immune system. So it essentially does not have the nutrients that we need, that a plant needs, that livestock need to have a strong immune system. And this is with drift level only. This is only drift level exposure. So essentially our farmers in America, even if they're only being exposed to a drift level of glyphosate, are growing nutrient deficient junk food. So this is why America's sick. Never mind the toxic side of glyphosate and atrazine and 2,4-D and Parquat and all these other chemicals. The fact that we don't have the nutrients in our food, it's like less than 5 or 10% of the nutrients that we need, is what's making us sick again.
Explain how the glyphosate, because are the farmers using this, Roundup
Yes.
on their farms?
Farmers are using it. Yep, to the tune of 280 million pounds a year. They're spraying it directly on GMO crops like corn and soy and sugar beets, and that then the crop will live because it's genetically engineered to withstand it, but all the weeds will die. And then they also use it as a drying agent on wheat, peas, beans, legumes like mung beans, oats, barley. They spray it all over the wheat crop or all these other grains just before harvest to dry it out all uniformly so they can harvest it faster. And the problem with that is that the residues stay on the crop and we consume those residues. Ugh. And we're not Roundup ready, right? Like the crops, right. GMO crops are Roundup ready, but we're not Roundup ready. And then these non-GMO crops like wheat and peas and beans and legumes, they're just conventional crops. They don't do this unorganic, by the way. But the conventional crops will have these glyphosate residues. And that's the problem. Those glyphosate residues get into the livestock, the animal grains, and the animals that have their animal parts are in vaccines like bovine serum, chicken serum, gelatin from pig tendons that needs to be used as a stabilizing agent in the vaccine. Those parts are going to contain glyphosate because it soaks right in. It goes into the bloodstream and into the animal body. So these vaccines are showing up, every single one of them was positive for glyphosate because they all had animal parts in them. And the one that had 25 times higher the amount of glyphosate was the MMR vaccine, which is the one that Andy Wakefield has been vilified for saying that it destroys the gut microbiome. Now, he's totally correct in this, and our testing showed this, and it's actually confirmed by Monsanto's own lead toxicologist, Donna Farmer. She said, when asked, do you test the final formulation of Roundup, right? Like how it sits on the shelf in the hardware store or how it's used on the farm. And she said, no, because the rats have very delicate stomach linings, and the Roundup would, tear up their stomach linings and they would die and we can't do studies on animals that die. So we only tested glyphosate, which is the one ingredient, in it. And the only way in which the glyphosate showed harm was when glyphosate was injected. And we all know glyphosate's not injected. No, we do know now that glyphosate is being injected into our children to the tune of 79 doses by the age of 18. And this is extremely harmful. Also, a second scientist tested 14 vaccines, 12 of them were positive, and his MMR vaccine was 34 times higher with the amount of glyphosate. So we gave this information to the CDC and the FDA 9 years ago. Nothing was done about it. In fact, I did a Freedom of Information Act a year later, and they came back and gave me documents that were 70% redacted, completely, blacked out. Right. So this administration is finally looking at it, and I think what they're going to find is that glyphosate, it's not only terrible that it's in there, but it's a chelator, so it grabs onto the aluminum that's in there in the vaccines or in other vaccines because they're given multiple shots at once, right?
Yeah.
It grabs the aluminum and brings it up into the brain and deposits in certain parts of the brain, and that's what Dr. Christopher Exley says is causing autism and Alzheimer's.
Is the aluminum in the brain? Like somehow we're getting aluminum into our brains.
Yeah, but I would say it's in conjunction with glyphosate because that's the thing that's transporting it.
Wow. I've heard recently about the aluminum, but she really kind of lines it up perfectly. Glyphosate is a bad thing, but that's not the only bad thing. She named a bunch of chemicals being used. Glyphosate, I guess, is the thing that is bringing aluminum up to our brain, which she says, I don't know. Do your own research, but this is, let's see, Zen Honeycutt. I'm not sure who Zen Honeycutt is. Sudden and unexpected, I'm calling bullshit. Dr. Weinstein challenges vaccine schedule for children. You're not telling me. Okay, let's check this out. This is recent, from 3 hours ago.
What's fascinating me about the vaccine story is your argument. Their argument is children who cannot get this disease should be given a shot every 6 months in perpetuity. And I'm like, this is what you're advocating.
You're right.
And this isn't me, Alex Jones tinfoil hat. This isn't bread, whatever. I'm like, Your argument is kids don't like getting shots. I didn't like getting shots. So explain this to me. And there's no explanation.
Right.
It's so bizarre on its face.
Yeah, you said one thing I have to correct because we're going to take crap over it. Children get COVID. They don't die of it. Healthy kids.
Sure, but they don't get it to the point where it's like an emergency.
Right.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, healthy kids don't.
Yes.
And it doesn't prevent transmission or contraction. There's no logical or medical or epidemiological justification for giving this to them. And there's a hell of a lot of risk. Right. And it doesn't need to be very big to overcome. There's no good reason to give this to them in the first place.
Right, but also it hurts kids. It's upsetting getting shot.
Well, forgive me, I agree. That should be reason enough not to do it, given no positive reason to do it. But here's the kicker, is the number of reasons not to do it, even before you get to the debate about how serious the harms are substantial. So, for example, a child is in the process of developing an immune system that will protect them for the rest of their life. The maniacs who created SARS-CoV-2 and allowed it or released it into the world, whatever the explanation might be, have stuck us now with a disease that we are apparently going to be faced with repeatedly over a lifetime. The cost to humanity of having stuck us with a new flu-like disease is incalculable, but never mind, we're stuck with it. You're now telling me you know enough about the way you're going to interfere with the immune system of a newborn child that you're sure this is going to be positive for them over a lifetime, rather than allowing an immune system which literally evolved in order to allow you to fight pathogens that you've never seen before successfully. That system is elegantly evolved for that process. And you're telling me you know how to interfere in their first year of life in a way that is going to make them better off over the course of an entire life? I'm calling bullshit.
Wow. Have a good day, Rose. I know this is not information that everybody wants to hear, but you know, makes sense. Did you just fart, little dude? That's disgusting. Glyphosate is in the live virus vaccines. Yeah, that is disturbing information. Let's see. I have some other things pulled up here. This is kind of a feel-good story. If you've never heard about this guy, the Outdoor Boys on YouTube, this guy and his sons. I think it's more than one son. I've only seen a couple videos of him, but I guess they are calling it quits on YouTube. They got at 14.8 million subscribers, and this is a little video of his best moments, which I think is kind of a cool video. Let's check it out. It's only a couple
My
minutes.
battery just died. My hands are so cold I had to use my teeth to get it out. This is getting a bit much. I need to find some shelter. Oh, look at that. There's a cabin. Oh, how do I get down there? I've never been so glad to see shelter. Now it hurt a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am so cold. So cold I had to use my teeth to undo the buckle from my backpack. I need to get dry immediately. I am so cold. I think I'm gonna bust out my sleeping bag and get it set up in the loft. Hop inside for a little bit. Now I'm glad I kept my gloves dry, but I think it's time to use them. I can't even get my fingers in those. Oh, got these adhesive body warmers.
Those are nice.
Gonna use these.
Oh, those are sticky.
Oh
Okay.
man, I didn't think I was that cold. I gotta get in here. I'm just freezing. Yep, that's good enough. Oh, my bag is soaked. Let's see how bad it is. Geez. Oh yeah, my bag is pretty wet. Hot water bottles in here. I'm wearing every bit of dry clothing that I have, and I've got 2 water bottles in here, and I'm snuggled up in my sleeping bag. I'm super hungry and I want to cook some dinner, or I'm just gonna sit in this bag until I feel warm. Once my body feels nice and warm, then I'll go make dinner.
That is pretty cool, and I part of me thinks about him recording all of this, and it's like you get a little dopamine as a content creator when you know you're creating content. When you're like, okay, this is going to be good content, people are going to love this. That kind of gets you some motivation and some adrenaline pumping. So I wonder if that helps him. I wonder if that is a factor in all this, like him recording himself as he's about to die, getting almost near frozen to death multiple times. Very interesting. Has anyone else seen this guy on YouTube? Elisa, come join us over on Rumble. 14 Rumblers in the house and 4 people on Facebook. I have 10 times more followers on Facebook, if that tells you what followers mean. Okay, so this guy, more of the same guy. Lots of good information on how to survive camping at the top of the mountain in deep snow. Why would you go at the top? Okay, so he's gonna dig a hole. I gotta watch this. build an igloo.
Man, it is gorgeous out here. If you get 2 or 3 days of full sun out in the snow without sunglasses on, you'll get what's called snow blindness, where the corneas of your eyes get so sunburned you go blind.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this turned into such a beautiful day.
This is video. 2 minutes, we can watch another 2
Oh, look at this. Dug into the top of some pine trees. That's the hard part about camping in the snow. You don't know what's underneath it. There could be huge rocks, trees, all sorts of stuff. It's easy to forget that those trees over there are like 15, 20 feet tall. We're just seeing the top little bit of them.
Found a tree from the top. Yeah, not too many people are cut out to do stuff like this.
Well, I didn't make it to the bottom of the snow, but I got down as far as I can without having to chop trees up. There's just tons of trees down here. Just gonna have to deal with it.
Well, how far down do you need to go? Looks like he's gonna build himself a room.
Well, I've run into the top of another tree. Dealing with these trees is the worst.
Really? Just stay above them.
It's about 4:30 and the sun's setting. It's gonna get dark here real quick. Better get to work.
Gotta build your spot to sleep for the night.
All the snow I carve out of there, I've got to pile up here at the entrance, and then I've got to shovel it out. It's a 2-step process to get the snow out of here. It takes a lot more time and energy.
Well, why are you doing all that? I'm over here armchair quarterbacking this guy. Like, come on, man, do it differently.
Oh, that was a bit of work, but I got it done.
Has anyone else been camping out there? Not to this extreme, but just going camping. Then compare that to this guy. Like, holy cow. All right, we'll move on. Let's go see what's happening on foodandwine.com. Is he on a mountain? Yeah, he's at the top of a mountain, James. What elevation? Because that could be hard with thin air. I don't know. It didn't look like that tall of a mountain. Kind of a mid-sized mountain. Hey, Margaret, good morning. 27 people in the house, 3 more people, and we'll do a door prize on the 2 more people do a door prize on the Facebook. Okay, join us for the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen. Tickets on sale now. Yeah, I looked at that last week. It was like $3,000 for a ticket. Let's see, Top Chef. We watched every season of Top Chef. Here are the cooking tips that stuck. Wow, someone just sat through and watched it every season. I'm taking a closer look at Robusta coffee. Let's see, 28 Memorial Day recipes for Memorial Cookout or memorable cookouts. Is anybody else cooking out this Memorial Day coming up? Get early bird tickets for Charleston's Tastiest Weekend. Must be a Memorial Day thing Charleston does. 43 Amazon outlet Memorial Day sale finds. Okay, so there's some sales going on Memorial Day. We can take a peek at that real quick. I'd like to get me a nice stainless steel set or maybe a cast iron set. Non-stick frying pan. That's not what you want. Rare find Le Creuset stainless steel 14-piece cookware set. Wow, $1,000, $982. Hey, Margaret, I see you on the Rumble. I'm sorry, the locals. I forgot I clicked locals. We are live on locals. If you want to get an additional chance to win on the door prize, we can add the locals members in there. Yeah, that is crazy, but also kind of something I want so bad. Let me look at it. It's how many pieces? 14 piece. So you got like a slow cook, or no, that's like a double broiler. Is that what that is? I like everything I see. I want it so bad. 5% off. Wait a minute, that said 980 something. Now it went back up a little bit. What was the trick? Somebody said there was a trick on Amazon. If you add something to your cart or add something to a list, they will eventually send you a discount on it. But I think I need a bit more of a discount. Oh, here we go. Thanks for being a Prime member. Oh, yeah, I don't have a Prime Visa. No, thank you on that. Sorry you were late. That's okay, Margaret. Tree fell on the roof. Got a busted water line. Crazy morning. Waiting on Tree Man now. Wow. Wow. Was it a tree from your property? I'm glad you're okay. That's a nightmare that I have a lot of times. There's a tree right next to my house that I just know is coming down one of these storms. So that's insane. I'm glad. Yeah, I said I'm glad you're okay for sure. Here we go. The stainless steel pots I want versus the stainless steel pots I can afford. These measuring spoons for $23, $24. That's the meme right there. The ones I want and the ones I can afford. Now I could buy this, but I don't cook enough for that much. It would be cool if there was more like a 4-piece set, like that. Let's see. NutriBullet Flip Portable Blender. Okay. Sellout Risk KitchenAid Gourmet Knife Block Set, $66. I don't need any more knives. I did just buy a pair of kitchen scissors. You guys use scissors in the kitchen? It's actually really it's one of the most valuable things that I have. I use those scissors for so many food items. Stasher Silicone Reusable Food Storage half-gallon bag. Ooh, that's interesting. Actually, I had this invention idea of something like this. Silicone reusable bag, or kind of container-ish thing. Interesting. Okay, here's a picture of what they kind of look like. What does everybody think about silicone? Do we think that's a safer storage container than plastic? Or do we just not know the dangers of that yet after the breakdown of silicone as far as cooking utensils and anything with heat? It's a rental. Well, still though, I'm glad you're okay. They kind of look cool. They look cool. What is it? So $18 for how many? Just for one? Where's the packing list here? That one looks like it has more. Let's see. Microwave ready, stovetop safe, freezer friendly, oven safe. Sous vide ready, dishwasher safe. They put pencils in there. Okay. How many are in this though? Just not seeing it. Number of items, 1. So this is one bag for $18, but it's a reusable silicone bag. I kind of like it. Kind of like it, but I don't know that I'll get any yet. I want to replace plastic for like leftovers and for lunch and things like that. Kind of like that. Whispering Wind, I think metal utensils and glass storage is better. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, I think, portability. When you want to take a glass storage container, you're going to have a silicone lid, and there we are. Then there we are again using silicone, maybe not directly, and but if you turn it to its side, some food is going to be touching the silicone. So I mean, what else would you put? What kind of lid would you make on the glass container, or metal? I guess a metal container with a metal lid. I don't know. I'm thinking, all the different uses we have in the kitchen for sure. I want to get some of these glass containers that you can fit your leftovers, and it has like a silicone lid. But then again, like I said, we're using silicone. So, but taking things to go, like how do we do that? Paper. Um, you just use like paper temporary containers. Oh my, Brenda. Okay. Beeswax. Okay. You can get it at the Dollar Tree for $190, $125. The silicone bags. Well, they must be different bags. Beeswax is what you would use for like beeswax bags. Like, not sure what you mean there. Let's see. Okay, I don't see anything else worth looking at. Best cookware, bakeware deals. All clad 12-inch non-stick. There we go. Again, is it the same thing? Lodge 3/4 cast iron deep skillet for $30. I need me a nice deep skillet. Oh, I need one with a lid though. I want a nice lid for my cast iron skillet. They show them all without lids. Does anyone else use a lid on the cast iron? Okay, it comes with a lid. That one comes with a lid. This one doesn't, I guess. Iron deep skillet plus cast iron lid. Here's one with a glass lid that's a little cheaper. I don't see anything wrong with that glass lid. It's probably aluminum metal, so maybe that's not great. Beeswax wraps. You can wrap things with it. Okay. Oh, I just got a text message from a recruiting service. It's, hello, I'm Rachel, a recruiting representative at Deco Staffing. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's funny, though. Wow, what happened to Rumble? We lost half the people all of a sudden. Because I'm looking at cookware. Is that the problem? Cookware? What should I do? Viewers, tell me what I should do. Just kidding. Okay. We can get out of cookware, though. I kind of like it, but there's a whole set. What's that cost? Bundle. I want this. I want this. I can't see, but this literally comes with everything. No. Why can't I get that? Oh well. Let's see if there's anything else worth looking at on foodandwine.com. Global tastemakers. I saw that before. I'm not going to read that. All right, food and wine. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Well, we can get the number wheel going here. I think we're going to have to remake it. I just love that how it does that, but hey, First world problems. Okay, guys, we got 2 winners so far this week, plus 2 door prize winners. Kayla, Diane, Perrywood, Margaret, Jet. Let's see, today's the 21st. If you want to get in on the door prize on Facebook, you got to hit that like button, leave a comment below, maybe tag a couple friends would be great. All right, let's see. Number 3 and number 4 were both picked already. That's funny. Don't know how many people are getting added to the list, so let's go check it out. Oh, hey, that was our after our late night sesh last night. You guys, go over to Locals for a little after show recap. Little Kill Tony right after this. We're gonna be going there right after this. Okay, number post. Dang, too many. Should pin this. Pin. There we go. And this can be unpinned, even though we're still live right now. What is this doing up here? No. Here we go. Number post. Let's see if we need to add anybody. It looks like Jess. We'll give Jess a number. Jess gets number 9. Number 9. Remember, if you are subscribed at theindoorfarmer.locals.com, you get 4 chances to win weekly on this number post. You just have to go and hit it one time in like Monday or Sunday, and you'll get 4 chances to win throughout the week. Right now, we're going to do the 3rd spin of the week. Love that skillet. I have that skillet with a lid. It's also shallow pan. Do you have a cast iron lid or a regular lid? So beeswax, that's interesting. I should talk to my friend Luke at Riverview Road Apiary about using beeswax to make bags or some kind of containers. Brenda, are you still with me? What was the oh my about? Let's see a hashtag WTIF in the comments for anybody that is wanting to get in on this. And let me add Margaret from the locals. Locals. Oh, type in locals MJ ×2 because she's on Rumble also. I think I got everybody on that side. Hey, Elisa. Day of school over here. These kids keep growing. Oh, man. Yeah, my little boy, my little baby puppy right here keeps growing too. I hear you. All right, guys. Let's add the Facebookers in here. No, let me do the number post first. Number wheel. Oh, you said last day of school. I misread that, obviously, but yeah, I think we have a few more. I'm not sure how many more days. He should be off pretty soon. It's the 21st. Should be out of here soon. Thank you, Elisa. Oh, my little boy just loves to go to sleep here as soon as I start talking. He's like, he's going to be busy a while, so let me just go to sleep. Okay, number 7. 7th heaven. Oh, sorry. I grew up around that era. All right, remove. Let's go find out who that was. Rose was 8. Chris was number 7. Congratulations, Chris. You guys on Facebook are welcome to tag him if you like. He doesn't have to be here. But the door prize winner does have to be here. We're about to spin that. Let me get everybody from Facebook. Who is here on Facebook and wants to get on the wheel. Hashtag WTIF on Facebook to get on this wheel. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna look at want to go back here. What's this? No matter how many hours you sleep or cups of coffee you drink, you're still exhausted 24/7. It's called chronic fatigue. Millions of Americans suffer from it. Since your doctor won't help you, here's what causes chronic fatigue and how to fix it naturally. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to say believe this Warren person, but it's true though. Chronic fatigue is a problem. He's true, I said. He's right, I guess. Maybe he's right. Once you realize there is only so many Bitcoin, you will quickly realize there isn't enough. Okay. Oh, hey, Rose posted. You've got to be as dumb as a rock. You know nothing, and neither do the rest of you unqualified idiots who are destroying our country. You need to go back to whatever the hell you were doing before, because you suck. Oh, okay. Wake and Bake from the Cannabis Culture on X. Go check them out. Let's see. I want to look up what happens if I just type in health. Oh, little stretch routine there from Miss Health and Fitness. Okay. Let's see, the WHO pandemic treaty. Okay, that's what Johnny had shared. Treaty, well, not the same guy, but has been adopted at 78th session of the World Health Assembly, Geneva, Switzerland. None of us voted for this. Pandemic treaty. Pandemic treaty. I'd like to know more about this. Anyone who says that they didn't know about Biden's failing health is lying to your face. Yeah, that's one that's been coming out lately. I guess Joe Biden has cancer, if I'm not mistaken. But now they're also kind of coming out and finally admitting that he had been declining since 2023 or something, or maybe before that. Obviously, before he got in, they say. Jake Tapper's book on Biden's mental health. Oh wow. RFK Jr. just dropped the hammer on Democrat senator who you've presided over the destruction of health of American people. Our people are now the sickest people in the world because you have not done your job. And this is the thing. Some people really hate the current administration, but we literally have been getting like siphoned off. Our health and wellness and our wealth and our vigor of the country has been being siphoned off for generations now. So I'm sorry, but whatever you think the new administration is going to do, we've already been getting the short end of the stick for a long time. They killed the babies. Who's this? Poisoned the breast milk and they knew it. They damaged the placentas and they knew it. They lowered the sperm count and they knew it. To this day, the COVID shots continue to cause an enormous amount of injury and death, and the ramifications are on fertility. Yeah, that's a big problem. Russell Brand, only Trump could talk about Biden's cancer with sympathy, then pivot to proudly describing his his immaculate health. Wow, man turned condolences into a flex. Don't need to see that. Just a friendly reminder that the media did their very best to discredit Robert Hur's 2024 report on Biden's health. Yes, they did. Whoopi Goldberg's shock over Biden's health issue is a joke. She spent years defending him on The View, ignoring clear signs of decline. Now she's upset the media didn't warn her. Her selective outrage is transparent as it is laughable. Yeah, I mean, look, they all switched on a dime. Like Biden didn't decline on a dime. It was a noticeable thing over a few years. All right. That's all people are talking about right now. It looks like that and the RFK Jr.'s hearing. Senator Murray, you have presided over. Oh, that's the same. Okay, people. Okay. Seriously, she says. Yeah, we have some pretty in the first world probably sickest. He says sickest people in the world. I don't know about that. Although in the third world you have maybe less, might be less sickness, but the sickness that is there is more severe. I don't know. I don't know how you would hash that out. But I think in the first world, I believe America is one of the least healthy countries right now. We have the best medical, you know, people, the best innovations in medicine and surgery and all sorts of things, but we have also have some of the sickest people, and that partially is because we have one of the strongest pharmaceutical industries, and the fact that this is the only country that I think we are the only country that allows pharmaceuticals to advertise on TV, which is a huge shocker. Here we go. What's this guy say? For anyone out there who thinks government funded healthcare is the way to go, this is the extent of the evil in Canada. This is the Garnet. This is Garnet Harper. He was a small business owner in Sudbury. In July 2023, Garnet had kidney surgery, and as a result, developed a bad infection, which moved into his blood. By the end of 2023, his kidneys were only functioning at 8% capacity. Garnet needed a kidney transplant. However, the Ontario government said he could not receive a transplant because Garnet had chosen not to take the COVID injection. Oh snap! Well, that's what your universal health care will get you, is that you have to do exactly what they say, and that's only your only option. You won't get to go shopping around. You won't get to ask multiple opinions of doctors. Um, go talk to people that are not just people that say, "Oh yeah, it's great. I had a hangnail and they took care of it," but people that had real problems, like this guy. I'm guessing I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he probably didn't survive. He died May 22nd, 2024. Wow. Well, we don't need to keep going down this rabbit hole, but it is an endless flow of really good information on X with different health wellness, even different news outlets from both directions of whatever ideology you're looking for. That's what I like about X. It is very different than Facebook. Facebook has its own benefits, and I like it for certain things as well. What's Dr. Robert Lurfkin saying here? A flow state can be achieved in many ways and contributes to our health and longevity. What do you do to get in flow? That's a good call. I like to try to be in flow when I'm speaking nicely on the camera, but sometimes my tongue just gets in the way of my mouth. Okay, so I guess we're gonna shut this off and let's go back to me.
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell.
Oh no, we need the wheel still. All right, who wants to get on here from Facebook? Let me look. I had the same thing. Oh wow, what's up, Arisha? Good morning. Good morning. Let's see, Brenda wants in. Who else wants on the wheel for the door prize from Facebook? In 08, yeah, I agree. Should have retired after being a senator. Could have lived his golden years in health. Yep. He got a lot more stress instead of than he wanted. Okay, so I see Brenda is it. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get everybody from the that have hit the like button just to make the wheel look nice and pretty, and to maybe get somebody a win that isn't here, which means they might want to stay next time. You know what I mean? All right, let's get this going, and then we're gonna go over to locals for a little while. We only have 50 minutes to stay on locals, so here. I'll refresh one time. Grab everybody from the Facebook side. Copy. Paste. Lisa says, I always think it messed up when they say this drug may cause cancer, blah blah blah, right? They say it's already in the bone. That's where pretty much done for. Yeah. Yep. All right, here we go. Right, Brenda. They talked about it. They let the cancer out of the bag, so to speak, years ago, and then now they're trying to say that was a mistake, but now it's real. So I don't know. Don't know what to think. Not too worried about it. I don't want Biden to die. I hope he, lives a long life to see things change and to see stuff come out. And it looks like Kayla. Another one for Kayla. Are you here, Kayla? You got to be here to win the door prize. Are you here, Miss Kayla? Give you a minute or so. In fact, we can switch to the Sprout Cam. Looking for Kayla. You have until 11:20, Kayla. You love the Sprout Cam, Brenda? Thanks. I thought it was fun. I like to sit here bugging him, and he just lays right through it. Well, I don't think Kayla is here at the moment, so we will have to spin it one more time. Take out the bully and shuffle it a little bit longer. Take my name out too. Take both my names out. Did the same thing with Benny. Oh, with Bernie, yeah. Oh, you did the same thing with Benny when he was a baby. Okay. Always mess with him. He's always messing with me. There you go. Cover your eyes a little bit. Not spoiled at all, right? MJ, are you here? Or Brenda? I think it's going to maybe get to Brenda. Brenda is here. I'm sorry, Bubba. I'm bugging you. I'm bothering you. Do you remember that? Oh, congrats, Margaret. Margaret, are you still here? Miss MJ, are you here? But Elisa, you remember that event, or was it a funeral that Jimmy Carter attended, and that he just looked like, like death. And no offense to elderly people, it's just like they carted him out there because he was technically still alive, and they needed like more ex-presidents to like make it look better, I guess. I don't know, but just leave the man alone. That's all I'm thinking. Margaret is here. Congrats, Margaret. Thank you for all that you do. Margaret, I think you might have the most between you and Kayla, have the most coupons. Wanna be the man okay. Where are we? Oh, that's not the right page. Here it is. 19. Yes, you definitely have the most. You have 19. 19 coupons. Chris just won, and he has 7 now. Congrats to Margaret and Chris. Let's go. I'm just going to delete this so that it will keep my numbers for tomorrow. Tomorrow on People in the Boxes, 8 o'clock Central Time p.m. We will probably be talking about just kind of mental health awareness and
When the indoor farmer has a tale to tell.
do that. How about that? Mental health awareness month is this month, and we'll just maybe, I don't know, I think we'll just kind of keep it loose and go wherever we want. But PTSD and suicide, mental health in general, it needs to be talked about more. And we kind of left the subject alone most of the month, and we're going to probably hit it hard tomorrow night for PITB. So come and check that out. But guys, we're gonna close it to locals only. So I want to give you a little outro first, and I want to invite you over to locals at theindoorfarmer.locals.com. It's going to be a little Kill Tony sesh. Got to actually watch quite a bit of that before Monday, so I might have to do a couple extra sessions. I don't know. We'll see. But usually watch 1 or 2 of the comedians and then get out of there. But we're gonna head over there right now as soon as I can maybe figure out the outro. What happens if I do this? Remember, hit the like button, guys, and thank you for coming. Appreciate you watching the replay. If you do, share it out with some friends, and maybe should think about health a little bit more. And not that I'm an expert, but I'm just a guy out here looking at all the things happening today with our health and finding stories. And you can send me stories. Send me something that contradicts what I found. Let's read it. Let's find out. And we'll see you tomorrow. And actually, or maybe later today, I may do a little live stream later on. We'll find something to do, but we'll see you later, guys. Let's see if this works.